Hey, so you want to be an ally. Thank you for that. Thank you for stepping up and taking on this fight with us. Keep watching as I explain and provide pretty much a blueprint of how you can be the most effective ally. Hi guys, I'm Raven Roberts. I'm a celebrity fashion stylist, but most importantly, I am the founder of Own Your I Am. It's an organization that fights colorism and the social injustice that comes from it. At heart, I will always be an activist, and I'm here to tell you how you can be an effective ally. If you have not, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos every single Friday. So I want to start off with a quote that I found as I was creating resources of how you can be an ally, things that you can post on your social media. There's a link for that in my description box. Also, there is a link to a list of books that you can read to really open your eyes about the biases that this country has created and why you being an ally is so important. This quote by Bryant McGill is, "Do not make the mistake of thinking that you have to agree with people and their beliefs to defend them from injustice." So what I took away from this was you don't have to agree the way people are fighting for injustice. You don't have to agree with people who believe that rioting is okay, people who believe that the way that they're marching is okay, and the way that they're protesting is okay. As long as you understand that there is injustice happening, it is still your fight to fight. So you don't have to believe with everyone. You don't have to understand everyone to also agree with the injustice that they're fighting for and fight alongside of them. So first we're going to define allyship. Allyship is a lifelong process of building relationships based on trust, consistency, and accountability with marginalized individuals and or groups of people. So it's not just one day, it's not just 2 days, it is a lifelong thing. Until there are no more injustices, you have to fight alongside of us. So the first thing is to understand and own your white privilege. It's okay. We know that you have the privilege. Now we need you to know that you have the privilege. So let's define what white privilege is not. White privilege does not mean you have never struggled. It does not mean that you and your family were financially well off. It does not mean that you created the system of privilege. It does not mean that you are not also in a marginalized group of people, i.e. women, or part of the LGBTQ community. And it also does not mean that you are a racist. What it does mean is that you get to operate through this world and through this country in a way that I do not have a freedom to operate. You can go into stores and not worry about being followed. You can have your voice heard and not be overtalked or not listened to or your ideas stolen. You can be a part of a group who erases history, i.e. the Egyptians. We won't get into it too much, but these are the things that can happen. You also don't have to worry about when you go to the doctor, if your doctor is going to take your symptoms seriously. These are small things that the Black community has to go through on a daily basis just to live in this country. We constantly have thoughts of, is this person going to believe me? Am I going to be followed? Am I going to fit the description? All of these things. And it doesn't matter your class. It does not matter your tax bracket. Here in this country, there are a ton of Black people who are in the highest of high tax brackets who are accosted by either a white person inserting themselves in where they feel like the Black person should not be, or even accosted by police. So this doesn't mean, again, that you've never struggled. You've never had to fight for anything that you have. But it does mean that you get to operate in this world and go about freely without having to think about a lot of things that Black people have to think about. The next thing is listen, believe, and research. So Black people have been talking about oppression and racism in this country for a very long time. There are certain white people and allies, people of color, who have believed us. There are a lot of you that this is new to you. So you have to listen to the Black people who are speaking out about injustices that are happening in this country. We live with this every day. We understand the systems that have been put in place to keep us down, in a sense. So when we call out racist behavior, when we call out microaggressions, listen to us. And then you also have to believe us. Believe what we're saying. And then go do the research. When we say that redlining is a thing, go do the research to find out what redlining is. When we say that police are killing Black men 3 times more than they're killing white men, do the research. See the facts, see the figures. When we call these things out, listen to us, believe us, and then research for yourself. So as an ally, you are called to speak up, but not speak over. As this is, you are a partner in this movement. You are not the face of this movement. So you also need to make sure that you're not inserting yourself in the movement, i.e. case in point. When you speak up against Black Lives Mattering, you don't want to then insert your bouts with struggle, your senses of injustice into the movement as well. I understand what they're going through because this, that, and the third happened to me. You can never understand what we're going through, and that's okay. We need you to have empathy for it. We need you to have sympathy for it so that you can fight alongside us to push the agenda and to push measures in place so these injustices don't happen. And lastly is stand in the gap and do the work. So standing in the gap looks like when you see a Black person stopped by police, stopping as well to make sure that they leave that encounter safely. It means when you see someone using microaggressions, like, you're not like black. You don't talk Black. You call it out and say that is incorrect and that is a microaggression. Speak on it. It is speaking to your family members, your friends about what is going on and making them understand that this is not just Black people acting out or Black people, causing a ruckus. They're not really saying that. But still, this is not just us making things up. Make sure you're having the hard conversations. It's signing the petitions. It's sending the emails, to your congressman. Vote with us in mind. Are you voting for someone who's pushing policies that affect the Black community? Such as, back in the day, again, redlining or voter suppression or things as far as redistricting and gentrification. If people are really for these things are detrimental to the Black community. Are they putting dollars back into the schools? Are they putting dollars back into the communities? Are they for, not putting fresh food into Black communities? Look up food deserts. It's a huge problem in Black and brown communities. And doing the work sometimes looks like being on the front lines with us. Ally is an action. Ally is a verb. It is a way of life. And we need you to do the work. We need you to show up, show out, and be there for us and with us. So again, being an ally, number 1 is understanding your privilege. I'll link below a blog post that I did about white privilege. There's a bunch of statements. If they are true for you, you experience privilege in your life. Number 2 is listen, believe, and research. Again, listen to us, believe us, and go and do the research. So then you can be a more effective ally. When you have the knowledge behind you, you can fight the things that people are saying. Number 3, speak up and not over. Know your place in the movement. It is okay. We are not asking you to be at the front of the movement. We are just asking you to be with us in the movement. And number 4 is stand in the gap and do the work. That is what allyship looks like. It is standing up for the voices of the silenced. So I thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and sometimes we'll see an extra one during the week. But until next time, guys, continue to fight the good fight.